Some major problems out here on Thunder tonight for Team Gravedigger. The Renegades Motorsports race team definitely have their hands full. However, returning champion is here tonight. Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger, looking like the Team Scream race team is going to be trying to hang on to that championship flag as we kick off week 2 of the September season here tonight. And here's how round 1 action is going to be breaking down. We're going to be taking a look at Bigfoot going one-on-one with Vendetta, and then the Boss Gator coming back to take on the Iron Warrior. And ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor here tonight. Let's see if we can get this video up to 300 likes, and we'll send a diecast truck right off the roof of my house. As we go ahead and get round 1 started up here tonight, downtown Mitch Brown returns in the Bigfoot Ford all the way out of Pacific, Missouri. He gets ready to take on new kid on the block, Jack Trimboli over here on the inside lane in the Vendetta machine. The beautiful looking 41 Willys ready to throw it down on the inside lane. So veteran taking on rookie here in round 1. Here's the green light down the straightaway. Bigfoot with the lead, but here comes Vendetta now on the inside. Jack Trimboli not letting the veteran pressure get under his skin here tonight inside of round 1. He was hanging door handle to door handle with the Bigfoot Ford. We go back and look at the MTA photo finish. Your winner is downtown Mitch Brown. He'll pull it out by inches here tonight over Vendetta. Next up here in round 1, the Boss Gator returns out of the Crush This race team. Austin Spence behind the wheel looking for another Smashdown championship win. He's about to go one-on-one with Cam Blank inside of the Iron Warrior. Both of these drivers got some bad, fast pieces of equipment staged up at the starting line. Only one is going to move on into round 2 to take on the Bigfoot Ford. Both drivers staged. Here's the green light down the straightaway again, side by side. A good heat so far. What a matchup, and over goes the Gator in the shutdown area. Austin Spence has had a hard roll down there into the van stack right in the center of the shutdown area. What a matchup. We go back and look at the replay. Off the line, both drivers cut a great light. They're pretty much door handle to door handle all the way down, up and over the first jump. Now they settle it down, shoot out to the finish line by inches. Cam Blank and Iron Warrior get the win. Watch your far lane as Austin Spence gets crossed up in the Gator. Iron Warrior kind of got in the way right there, but he took a violent shot right there on that van stack. Again, inside of the shutdown area are MTA track crew officials down there trying to do a little bit of reorganizing. He hit the van stack so hard that it shifted the cars down there, and as you can see, the Boss Gator getting ready to be flipped right side up. A hard lick nonetheless for the Crush This race team here tonight. They have got some work to do for the Boss Gator camp as Iron Warrior will move on in the round 2 competition. Next up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, inside of round 1, we're taking a look at Louis Jimenez inside of the Inferno machine. He's back to take on Nathan Smith in the all-new Executioner, which debuted just about a month or so ago. Hasn't had much luck with it out here on the MTA circuit. He's trying to turn it around here tonight. Again, that truck hasn't had much luck. They switched over from the BKTs to the flotations, seeing if it's going to change the outcome of this truck. Both drivers stage at the line. Here's the green light, Executioner and Inferno. Louis Jimenez with the lead, but here comes Nathan Smith on the inside lane from Crush This. He'll pull out a win here tonight over the Inferno machine. A come from behind victory. As Inferno got the jump on him, Nathan Smith comes from behind and steals a win here in round 1. Now next up coming to the line, John Trimboli, new kid on the block, made his debut at the top of the September season last week. He will now get set and ready to take on Brian Blank in the Virginia Giant Ford over here on the inside lane, based out of Winchester, Virginia. He's ready to throw down against the Surf Monster stage over there, the new truck making its debut in the September season. Here's the green light, off the line they go. Surf Monster with a jump, but here comes Virginia Giant on the inside in contact down there on the bus stack. We just saw Boss Gator get into it earlier tonight, and now the Virginia Giant and Surf Monster make contact, and Virginia Giant will be your winner here in round 1. Next up to the line in round 1, the Phenom returns, the 17-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Rich Wagner, returning in the Gravedigger. He's now going to be taking on Charlie Hubbard in the Sudden Impact Ford out of the Backyard Beast race team. He's ready now on the inside out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. The Ford takes on the Chevrolet. Backyard Beast will be taking on the Renegades here in round 1. Cheers the green light off the line, and Gravedigger with the lead, but Sudden Impact's coming back on. Over the Gravedigger in the shutdown area. Charlie Hubbard has made contact with the Gravedigger down there. What a ride for Rich Wagner as he turns it upside down in spectacular fashion here tonight, courtesy of Sudden Impact. We go back and look at the replay. Off the line, they're pretty much door handle to door handle once again. Sudden Impact now pulls a slight lead on the inside lane. They come to the line. There you see it, Sudden Impact does pull out a win over the Gravedigger, but watch right here. They start to make a little bit of contact in the shutdown area, and what a ride it was for Rich Wagner in the Gravedigger here tonight. Our MTA track crew and officials are down there getting him turned back over, and as you can see, the damage has been done to Gravedigger out here tonight, week 2 of the September season on Thunder. And just think, a couple of weeks ago, he got his 17th Thunder Championship, and now he's eliminated here tonight in round 1. The Renegades are going to have their hands full, much like the Crush This race team after tonight. A lot of damage being done to these trucks, but everybody is chasing a championship victory here tonight in week 2 of the September season. We'll have an update on Team Gravedigger later on tonight, but right now, 𝐾𝐿 returns in Snakebite. He gets ready to go one-on-one with Nicholas McCammon, the new kid on the block, and Soldier of Fortune made his MTA debut just last week in the beginning of the September season. He gets the pleasure to take on the supercharged BDS-powered Brad Single Snakebite all the way out of Cobra Creek, Colorado on the far lane. Green light goes down. Snakebite, Soldier of Fortune, side by side, up and over the first jump. What a matchup, but 𝐾𝐿 looks like he pulls it out at the end. Crush This will get a win here tonight over the Privateer and Soldier of Fortune. What a great matchup. We look at the photo finish. It wasn't by much, but Snakebite will pull it out of the outside lane there by about half a truck here tonight in round 1. But now we get set and ready to look at the final brackets for round 1 competition. We're going to see the return of Dungeon of Doom take on the 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞, and then Metal Militia gets ready to come back to take on the champion, Jimmy Ferguson in Avenger. The flag will be on the line here tonight in round 1. But coming to the line right now, Jim Cartwright in the 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞 all the way out of Delmar, Maryland. Hasn't had much luck these last couple of weeks. He gets ready to take on Tyler McLean in the all-new Dungeon of Doom, which we saw make its debut last week here on Thursday Night Thunder. The truck seemed to be a little sluggish coming off the line. We'll see if they made any adjustments to that truck here tonight as he takes on the Shaker. Green light goes down down the straightaway. They start to go. Shaker with the early lead on him. Dungeon of Doom now trying to come back. Won't be enough here tonight, and Jimmy Cartwright will put the 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞 in round 2 competition. We're going to go back and check out the MTA photo finish. Here's how close it came down to the wire. It wasn't by much. Again, maybe half a truck, and Dungeon of Doom will be on the trailer for the rest of the evening as Shaker will move on into round 2. Next up here tonight, Jake Ehrlich got his first Smashdown victory just a couple of weeks ago. The Metal Militia seems to be working well for him. He will now get ready to take on the defending and reigning champion here tonight on Thunder, all the way out of Team Scream in Columbus, Michigan, Jimmy Bones Ferguson in that 1957 Chevy Avenger on the outside lane. Flag on the line, Ford and Chevrolet. Green light goes down, Avenger with the hole shot. Metal Militia trying to come back on him now, but Jimmy Ferguson will pull it out here in round 1 competition. Avenger will keep the flag and move on into round 2 action. Metal Militia put up a good fight. We go back and check out the photo finish. Again, these half-truck victories all night here tonight. It's been some close racing, but Avenger will carry the championship flag on into round 2 as we continue on with Thunder. Now as we get set and ready to check out how round 2 action is going to be breaking down, Bigfoot's back to take on the Iron Warrior. And then we're taking a look at Executioner. He's going to go one-on-one with the Virginia Giant, and that's how the first matchups of round 2 are going to be breaking down. But at the line is returning downtown Mitch Brown. He made it to the finals last week against Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger and lost out by mere inches. He's trying to put Bigfoot back in the victory lane here tonight, but he knows on the other side of the card, Avenger is still alive with the flag. Right now in this race, Cam Blank, one bad fast truck over there with the Iron Warrior all the way out of Hagerstown, Maryland. It's going to be a Ford over Brigade shootout. Green light goes down, Iron Warrior and Bigfoot shoot out to the finish line now, and Bigfoot will get the win over the Iron Warrior here tonight. What a great matchup it was, a close shootout to the finish line, but Bigfoot will get the win here as we go back and look how the margin of victory was determined again by about half a truck or less here tonight. Bigfoot will get a win here in round 2. Next up in round 2 action, all the way out of the Crush This race team, Nathan Smith in the all-new Executioner. He gets set and ready to take on Brian Blank in the Virginia Giant Ford, and the truck based out of Winchester, Virginia. We'll see what he's got over here on the outside lane as he takes on the Executioner out of Champaign, Illinois. Both drivers staged and ready. Who's going to meet up with Bigfoot in semifinal competition? Virginia Giant and Executioner down the straightaway. Now they go. Both trucks side by side. Over the first jump now. Executioner in trouble. Over he goes goes in the shutdown area. That van stack down there has been tearing these trucks up. First it was the Boss Gator, then the Gravedigger, and now we're seeing Executioner turning it over. We look at the photo finish. It was by a nose that Executioner got the win. Crushed this team down there in the pits thrashing to get Executioner back and ready for semis. But now we take a look at the other side of the bracket here in round 2. Sudden Impact's going to be coming back to take on 𝐾𝐿 and Snakebite had to crush this. Then we're taking a look at Shaker going one-on-one with the champion in Avenger. And right now, Charlie Hubbard, again out of the Backyard Beast race team, the Ford truck based out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. He's trying to get a big-time win as the Backyard Beast will get ready to take on Crush This. There you see 𝐾𝐿, the legend himself, all the way out of Cobra Creek, Colorado, the supercharged BDS-powered Brass Eagle Snakebite. A couple of Ford power plants going to throw it down here tonight inside of round 2. Snakebite, Sudden Impactor down the straightaway now. A good race so far. What a matchup here tonight as Snakebite looks like he came up just short on the other end of the track as Sudden Impact will advance on in the semifinals. We go back and take another look at the MTA photo finish, and your winner is going to be Charlie Hubbard and Sudden Impact by a nose here tonight over the Snakebite machine. Now we get set and ready to close out round 2 action. Jim Cartwright with a chance of a lifetime here tonight. He gets ready to take on the reigning and defending champion, Jimmy Bone Ferguson, in that awesome looking 57 Chevy Avenger. I know I say that all the time, but what a beautiful looking truck over there on the outside lane. It's going to be the battle of the Jimmies here tonight inside of round 2. Championship flag is on the line. Saigon Shaker taking on Avenger. Who goes to the semis? The green light goes down off the line. Shaker's got a lead on him. Here comes Avenger on the outside lane. Jimmy Ferguson putting down the bow tie Chevrolet horsepower, going over the last set of cars, coming into the finish line. He will get the win over the Saigon Shaker. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are now down in the pit area with the Renegades Motorsports race team. Earlier tonight, we saw a violent crash out of Rich Wagner in the Gravedigger, partially due to Charlie Hubbard and Sudden Impact getting into him inside of the shutdown area. So the crew got a lot of work to do in the pit area. They're hoping to have that truck back and ready for our Week 3 showdown next week here on Thunder. But right now, it's time for the semifinal competition. We're taking a look at Mitch Brown and Bigfoot as he goes one-on-one with Nathan Smith and Executioner, and then Sudden Impact will take on the champion in Avenger. And right now, Nathan Smith, we saw him turn the truck over earlier tonight in round 2. He lost it over time of that van stack in the shutdown area. He's got his hands full right now because he's taking on the veteran Mitch Brown and Bigfoot over there on the outside lane. So a little bit of Hall Brothers action taking on the Bigfoot camp, but in MTA land, it's Renegades versus Crush This. Who's going to the finals? Bigfoot, Executioner. Green light goes down on the line again, side by side, slightly going to Bigfoot on the outside. Mitch Brown's going to the finals for the second week in a row. Team Bigfoot pulls it out over Executioner. And you got to give the Crush This guy some credit. That is the best we've seen Executioner run all season long. He got knocked out here tonight in semis, but right now we're going to find out who meets up with Mitch Brown in the final round. Will it be a rematch from last week? If you remember, Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger defeated Mitch Brown and Bigfoot inside of that final round showdown. There you see him over there with the flag proudly on the back of the Avenger Chevrolet. Or is Charlie Hubbard from the Backyard Beast going to pull out an upset here tonight in semis, and he may go to the finals stage? Here's a green light as Team Green takes on the Backyard Beast Ford Chevrolet shootout, and Avenger turns it over in the shutdown area. Jimmy Ferguson, he gets the victory, but at what cost as he turns it over here tonight? And that van stack down there has now only taken out Crush This. They took out the Renegades and now Team Scream. There you see the jump off the line. Sudden Impact has a lead on him down the straightaway, up now over the first jump. They settle it down, shoot out to the finish line. Ferguson and Avenger passed him in the air as he gets crossed up into that van stack right there, turning the truck over. The crew's down there working on the truck, getting ready for the finals. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's going to be Bigfoot taking on Avenger. A rematch from last week here when we kicked off the September season. These two have been proven to be dominant out here in the September season on Thursday Night Thunder. The reigning champion, Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger, he's won out of that right lane all night long. The reigning champion got lane choice. He's now over there. He shows Bigfoot on the inside lane. Mitch Brown looking for his 10th Thunder championship. Avenger, Bigfoot, it's showtime here tonight. Ford Chevrolet, Bigfoot and Avenger want to shoot out to the finish line. What a matchup, and Bigfoot turns it over in the shutdown area. Ladies and gentlemen, what a final round showdown. Bigfoot and Avenger laying down a clinic. Let's go back and look at the replay. Who got the victory? Jimmy Ferguson on the outside, falls behind off the line. Here comes Mitch Brown and Bigfoot on the inside. The Ford flying high. He will get the win. 10-time champion, downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. Ladies and gentlemen, Bigfoot's on top here tonight. Renegades pulled out over Team Scream, and what an emotional week it's been. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your now 10-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Downtown Mitch Brown, and Big Floyd! And ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night of racing we've had. It's been an emotional week for any true monster truck fan. I can't thank you guys enough for coming out and supporting the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.